Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, Motivational Monday message. We're going to use one from the school of Arnold Schwarzenegger. One, you have to spell his name correctly, and two, you have to tell us what is a good, great motivational message for us today.
I will spell the name as soon as you imitate his accent. How's that?
Get to the choppa.
Ooh, that was quick. All right.
Thank you.
So on the Netflix documentary, he talks about his first Mr. Olympia loss. He had just moved to the U.S. and he was really thinking he was going to win. Turns out he finished second. And he openly admitted this. He said, I cried all night after that loss. And then he said, I woke up the next morning and he called himself a curse word, which I'm not going to repeat on the show, but he said, all right, you've cried enough, you've grieved it enough, now what? In other words, he changed his mindset. And then his third step was he reached out to the guy who beat him and he asked him, hey, can I train with you? And I guess the bodybuilding world is more of a community rather than a competition with each other. And the guy that beat him ended up training with him for the next year. So to me, it was pretty motivational because I thought, all right, he did the three things that we all need to do when we have a setback. Number one, grieve it. You can't just act like it didn't happen or act like it didn't hurt. So first grieve it, then change your mindset once you've gotten the grief and the anger, the sadness out, and then reach out for help. Because if you need to get somewhere farther, you got to have somebody who's got some expertise to get you there, to get you all the way, or to, as our beloved show title is called, Here's How We Get There. How about you?
So I'll borrow something from something he said as well. Trey, raise your hand, and I want everybody in the audience listening or watching, raise your hand if you've ever failed at something. Okay. So if your answer was no, then you're a liar. What Arnold reminds us very succinctly in that wonderful Austrian voice, other than how he butchered most of the English from the first few movies he did, is he talks about learning from your mistakes and then say, I'll be back. And if there's any better way to explain resilience and coming back from failure, pick it up, man. It's, buckle up, buttercup, and move and keep going. You got to pledge ahead, move forward. If one of the greatest actors, and I say not acting capabilities, but box office superstars, reframe that, and one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, and also a governor, and I mean, this guy's been a gazillionaire for a lot of years and really smart with his investments. If you can learn anything from him, it's bounced back. I mean, look at what something like that reminds us all to learn from our mistakes and come back and try again. And that's a good lesson for all of us. So we'll be back tomorrow. At least one of us will.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.